On today's episode of Watch Jericho, we are back in Josh's garage with the 408 LS for the Trailblazer. We just picked this up yesterday. It's back from the machine shop. They went through everything, checked it all out. What is going on, guys? I'm Watch Jericho, and today, like I said, we're back with the LS and we're getting ready to bolt it back together. The heads are just sitting on there. We just made a parts run. We've got new front covers, LS7 lifters, new rear cover gasket. We went and picked up a bunch of gaskets, and there's a very big invoice right here from the machine shop for the engine.
Yeah, that one kind of hurt. So we took it there thinking it just lost oil pressure, needed main bearings, hand bearings, crank bearings. Turned out to be a lot more than that. We had a crack in the crank, which is wiped out bearing after bearing after bearing.
Yep.
So we had to get a new crank for it. It set me back a lot of money. But in addition to the new crank, it got a ball hone, a surface, washed the block, installed new cam bearings, line hone the block, balanced the crank, magnafluxed the rods for cracks, resized the rods, and then assembled a short block with new rings and bearings and everything, obviously.
All new everything.
New timing set.
A billet timing set. That was expensive and also overkill.
Yep. So it's ready to roll now.
Sweet.
From Novacek Machine Shop here in Wichita.
Yep.
Great guys.
Absolutely. They definitely took their time and got everything done right. So hopefully it's ready to just slap the heads on and toss it in the truck. So let's get to assembling. Here you go.
Okay.
Have a gasket.
It had a tiny oil leak before, and you know, while it's out, it's just one of those things.
Yep.
Those are already there, so you might as well.
All new seals throughout, and it has the new Melling Select oil pump. So maybe even more oil pressure. You guys have seen plenty of LS engines go together, so we're just gonna go ahead and assemble this, and then we'll get back to it when it's going in the truck. This is the ICT billet cover install tool right there. I'll throw a link in the description below for that. It makes lining this thing up super easy.
If you don't line it up, it will leak.
Heads are back on, the heads are torqued, and everything's, you know, freshly assembled. It all looks really good. We pushed the Trailblazer back in, and now it's time to stick this engine in the hole. And it shouldn't really be a big deal. It's got nice mounts on it that drop right in those holes back there, and I mean, nothing to it but to get this thing done.
Drama free.
Drama free, that's our goal here. It looks better than ever with the black. I like the black a lot more than the red.
Me too.
Yeah, makes it look fresh.
Stealthy.
Tactical.
It doesn't look like you're trying to impress somebody.
Right. It's also tactical, I guess.
And you could be like, no man, it's stock. Just a GM reman.
Yeah, that's just how they do it.
Yeah, no, they all sound like that. Oh, 11s? Yeah, it does that from the factory.
Yeah.
11s.
They severely underrated the engine when it was brand new. Definitely.
Just a tow rig, you know?
Let's do this. You ready to slide it back in? You might. You got clearance here. Okay. How's your side looking?
Good.
Okay.
One down.
And then abracadabra and it's installed?
Yeah, through YouTube Magic. Yep. You have a button for it?
Yep. 10 minutes later, we've got the engine in. That's honestly how long it took to slide this thing back in there and get the trans bolts in and the engine mounts. So now, time to jack the truck up so we can get underneath, slide the starter in, flywheel bolts, all that fun stuff. And she's gonna start here in a couple more minutes. So flying through this, time to make an O'Reilly's run. We need one more part. We've been to O'Reilly's so many times today. Just picked up a balancer bolt, head bolts because we had the wrong head bolts. There was a set here, but they were for the wrong engine. So luckily they had everything for us. I'm super happy about that. Tightening down all the manifold bolts, everything's going together super fast, and I was about to lean on the fender and I was like, hold up, check this out. You wanna open it?
What?
Yeah, fender covers.
Oh, those are super old school.
Yeah, I love it. I think these are gonna look really sweet on here. So we've got some cool looking covers to make sure we don't scratch up any fenders when we're leaning over the cars. Yeah, this is sweet. It looks like it's been sticker bombed. I love it.
That is cool.
And it looks old school, but then it has like race pack on it, and you know that race pack only existed for the EFI days. That's kind of sweet. Holly equipped. All right, throw it on here. Time to protect the Trailblazer. Sweet. So, all right, now I can lean up there and
or protect yourself from the Trailblazer, maybe.
Yeah, it's true. It is a monster, huh? The monster that sleeps under your bed at night and then steals your wallet.
And goes bump. And she steals all your money.
Steals all your money. Oh, look at that. The whole front end just went together.
Boom. YouTube magic.
It just
it's like
popped on. So now everything's hooked up. We have to fill the coolant and the oil, and this thing should be ready to run. So we've got a cool new trick in here somewhere.
I told John, I said, this thing likes to airlock. It
always
airlocks. I don't know what is wrong with this.
Coolant noises all the time. You can hear it in the heater core and stuff. But where's that new thing at? Oh, look at this. We have the UView 2000 airlift right here. Somebody told us to buy this in a comment, I think. And we were like, yeah, that looks amazing, actually. So this is a compressed air powered coolant filling system. So we're gonna find the right one of these cones, looks like that cone, and set this whole thing up. I'll show you guys how to do it, and we're gonna use it to fill the cooling system. It puts a vacuum on the cooling system and then sucks in all the coolant. So it should make this super easy, and it makes sure there's no air so you don't have to bleed the cooling system, which is so much better. It was on the car, what was the car we were having trouble bleeding the cooling system on?
The Prius.
Yeah, and the BMWs, you know, you have to bleed all those. If you have this, you don't have to do that. The Prius took like 2 hours of us bleeding to get all that down.
It took like 2 days. The next day we drove it, it got hot again.
Still more. So hopefully this solves all those problems and you can fill everything in like 4 minutes. So there's no guides to what fits in your radiator. I just grabbed one that seems like it's gonna work. And you want to have a nice good seal, obviously, because you're going to try to put a vacuum on something. And I think that's perfect right there. And it says this gauge is extremely delicate. Abuse will cause it to not return to 0. Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and remove this because I'm usually pretty careful with stuff. Is the car coming down?
Coming down.
Oh man, she's ready to roll. So I'm setting this thing up, and I've got the coupler on here. So hopefully that's how you do that. I'm pretty sure it is, and we'll just pull on that guy right there, lock it in. It's got a quick disconnect. Cool, probably flip that over would make sense. This does need to go in the bottle of coolant, and then this knurled knob tightens down, and you're supposed to tighten that down to lock everything in.
Does it like expand the...
It does, yeah, it's probably a cone. Cool, so that's super tight now. And let's go ahead and shut this ball valve. I have a feeling this will be like blowing air across it immediately, but we'll find out. That was awesome. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's supposed to have free air and go into a jug, I think. I'm pretty sure you put that in the jug. Empty bottle right here. We're gonna put that down inside there. We're gonna open this up, and coolant should start coming out. Oh, I thought there was some in it. Okay, so we're gonna pull a vacuum. Wow, it is pulling stuff out of there, that's for sure. And we're not getting enough vacuum, I don't think. There must be a leak. We're looking for 25 PSI. Sorry about the air compressor, we're gonna have to deal with that. Okay, here we go. Oh, I should probably do this first. Come on. All right, out. Gotta hurry.
It is kind of bleeding off.
It is kind of bleeding off. Okay, so now here's that one, and here is this one. Whoa!
It is drinking.
That is sweet. All right, they said if you run out, you have to start all the way over.
So if you put that hose all the way to the bottom?
It is all the way at the bottom.
Okay.
Wow, it is blowing through this bottle. It's almost out. Almost out. I think I need to switch bottles.
Yeah, do it. You can always put the remainder in the overflow. Or
yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Come on. Oh man, making a mess. Whoop.
God, you can just hear it rushing through the engine block.
Yeah, this is incredible. I hope it can pull in everything. Come on, keep going. Keep going. A little more. If this completely fills the system, it'd be the best thing ever in one shot. The hoses haven't even expanded yet.
Still 7 PSI.
We got a little left. This one's almost empty too.
I mean, this surely would have filled heater core and everything.
Yep, and we're just about done. Oh look, the hoses are expanding now. The hoses kind of came back. She's still going, just a little bit. 2 gallons is about what we thought we needed. Okay.
Probably gonna make a mess when we drain the hose first.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. You can just close the ball. and then take it and drain it back in.
Chug, chug, chug.
Let's take a look at this. Unscrew the knurled knob. Don't know how I even got it this tight, because apparently it's like buried. Pulling this thing out. It looks full. Why is it right at the top of the radiator?
Whoa.
Is this the best thing we've ever bought?
Really?
No way.
That's pretty amazing.
That is absolutely awesome.
This truck used to make me sit for like an hour.
Yeah.
Revving the engine,
So
parking
trying to
lot,
bleed
incline,
it?
going on the block to
Yeah.
overheat over and over and over.
And then this just filled the entire thing. Look, there's not even air coming out.
Wow.
There was one bubble. See if we can get any more. There's two. Yeah, go ahead and hook the overflow up. Overflow connected. I will throw a link to this in the description below. Huge thank you to whoever told me to buy this. It's probably the greatest thing I bought in a long time. The Super Tool. Filling cooling systems in seconds.
What'd you call me?
Yeah, a Super Tool. No, not you.
Oh, yeah.
That's every spark plug wire. You need some coolant over there in the reservoir.
There's an overflow tube and I poured right onto it.
Thought it was leaking.
Yeah. Got me.
Should be ready for the first startup.
We gotta put oil in it first.
Well, yeah, it's whatever.
It's the essential ingredient.
Now it's time for our first start. Josh didn't have the keys, so he went inside to get them, but we just filled it with oil, and we're gonna leave this open for a second so we can monitor the coolant. It's right at the bottom of the filler tube there. It's probably perfect. So this should be it. It should be ready to go. And the last time it comes apart for a very, very, very long time, it will go back on the dyno like Monday? What days it go back on the dyno?
I gotta call Dave and figure that out, but I want to probably drive it for a couple hundred miles.
Yeah, break it in instead of just sending this. Cool. The last one was already kind of broken in. This one's not. So let's see. This should do it. Power.
Ready?
Yep, go for it. Ah, yes, it ran.
Woo!
Uh-oh.
Oh, is the mass air plugged in? I think I was just staring at it a second ago and I said,
Here you go. This might be the issue. Is the key off?
it is.
Okay, there you go, you're good.
Man, you're a genius.
Try again.
I think we gotta check engine light for the mass air.
We can clear that.
Yep.
Let's listen to this big, beautiful cam. Good Trailblazer sounds right there. Very good. Woo! It sounds strong, man. Yeah. Let's check the coolant. We gotta go drive it. First drive in the TBSS in a long time, honestly. Code's clear, they're not coming back. Coolant temp is currently 212. Looks like it's hanging on. Man, that noise from the exhaust is rough.
Yeah.
Coolant temp is dropping at idle, so we're doing good. 210. Right on the money. Everyone's over there clapping. Not moving one bit. 210 degrees. Engine speed, 900 RPM. Yeah. No exhaust leaks?
No.
Not yet. Crankshaft position sensor, camshaft position sensor. Yep.
It's weird.
Yeah, it is very weird. Doesn't make any sense.
Both of them to be given issues.
Yep. Back we go to sort that out. It's probably something pretty simple. It's probably like a bent pin and a connector. That's what it always ends up being, you know. It's never really a bad sensor on those two.
On both?
I don't know why it's throwing both. It's kind of odd, but the engine obviously has no idea what its position is currently. It's not even a misfire because it runs great as soon as it comes off idle. Running perfectly a second ago until that code came back. Well, there's something seriously wrong. Obviously, we got a flashing check engine light. It seemed like it was going to be simple, but then we thought about it and we were like, the machine shop put a new crank in it and didn't ask any questions? What if it's wrong? And what if the timing set's wrong? And we're looking into things now. So, you know, we assumed we were getting back something that was ready to go turnkey, because it was $3,000 to put a crank in and do the machine work. So it should have been perfect right out of the gate. We're gonna figure some things out right now. Well, we're done for tonight. There's nothing we can do right now. We do have the stock cam gear right here. You can see that's a factory one right there. That one worked perfectly before, and now it has the upgraded billet one in there. I'm going to go back and look at some video we have of this engine when it arrived and see if we can take a look at this set. It looks like it definitely has the wrong set, but we'll know more in a minute. I'm gonna go figure all that out. But the Trailblazer runs again. I mean, it's the first time it's moved in almost 2 months or something.
Yeah, at least one.
And the engine was supposed to be turned around in like 1 week, and it ended up taking a month and a half.
Almost a month.
Oh,
yeah.
Or well, yeah, it was at least a month.
Yeah.
Anyway, it took way too long, and things might be wrong, so it's kind of a letdown. But we'll get this back together. Obviously, nothing we did. You know, we're not going to go through and check everything when we just paid all that money for a brand new engine. That's the Trailblazer. We'll get it running. It's going to go make 500 horsepower at the wheels soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchchairgo.com where you can get cool shirts like this. And please, like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And I will talk to you next time. Update, only minutes later, the owner of the machine shop, Jacob, is awesome. He's texting us back. It is currently 10:45 at night. So that's already like a huge, you know, support plus that he'll answer his phone at this time of night. So huge thank you to him for that. And we sent him the picture. I did go back and verify from a video when the engine was sitting right here that it has the wrong gear on it. And he texted right back and was like, I'll order another one Monday and I'll come put it on. And we were a little bit sad. That's the 6th time Josh has had to put an engine in this Trailblazer. You know, like Trailblazers eat engines, and then they really eat engines when you start trying to make a bunch of power out of them. This should do 500 at the wheel like we're expecting. Super happy with the support from the machine shop. It doesn't get any better than the owner saying, I'll come swap it out. We'll definitely be there to help for that. We're not gonna like leave him just swapping that gear out. Not that upset about it at all, but it's kind of heartbreaking when you're like, again. So the Trailblazer is back at Polk Performance here in Wichita, and we chased down a few issues. Got some new sauce under the hood here. Check this out. The Excel ceramic plug wires in black. Those look incredible. Those look cooler than the Rolls-Royce ones with how stealthy they are, man. Yeah. It seemed like it stopped the misfires a little bit, didn't it?
A little bit, I think. Yeah, what's left is in the tune.
Yeah, buddy.
So we're here to get that fixed. New valve cover.
Oh yeah.
Get the upgraded PCV system on this one.
Yep.
So it's just pulling oil into the intake before.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, you had a whole bunch of
so new valve cover, new plug wires, new plugs.
No more catch can.
Pulled the intake off, put new intake gaskets on it, and put a new map sensor on it.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna run through all
Sweet.
kinds of. I'm gonna figure this sucker out. I'm telling you, this thing has kicked my butt, and I'm not gonna let it happen.
So we are here at Park Chevy in Augusta. We came over to pick up some LS7 lifters for Josh's Trailblazer SS engine. His lift, it's a whole story. His lifters got stolen, basically. But my old car is here. This is crazy. I traded this in for my Volt probably 4 years ago or something like that. And it's back, and it's in far worse shape than I've ever seen a car in my life, other than my Camaro that got ruined by other owners. But I thought it was mine because I saw the red calipers, and now it's been debadged. The GXP badges are gone. It's been like destroyed a little bit, keyed. Still has the nice whale tail, and of course this has the LS4 in it. Such a good engine. It's dirt cheap now. They're asking $7 grand. The dash is cracked. That's kind of sad. It's kind of ruined. This does have the monsoon system, the tap shift, heads-up display. The console's ruined now. Has the suede seat inserts. It's just crazy to see someone bought it, traded it right back into the same dealership. Headlights are ruined now. And those dragon laminates, I put those on the fog lights years ago. It's pretty funny, they're trash now. They should have came off a long time ago. Has glass fog lights. Should I buy it back? Probably not, it's ruined. A really sad sign of the times is there are 0 fun cars here other than my old GXP. Everything else is boring, like cruises, Tahoes, Suburbans. I mean, I love the Tahoe and the Suburban. They're great trucks. But man, what happened to the fun cars? Not a single Camaro, Corvette, anything.